It's week 9 of the NFL, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Bills on Sunday night.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0. And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to... Team in the NFL through the first half of the year. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen. And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception. But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right? If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and a couple. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. Motion man is Shakir. Throwing now is Allen. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of... sack, and it leads to fourth. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Let's go now.
Now Richardson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Still on his feet. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Allen to throw it. Quick hitter here. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Allen from the gun on third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Raiders going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
The pickup there, 5 yards. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Throws right side, and that's complete. Down the sideline he goes, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example. How good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills getting set to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And the slot man goes in motion left. From midfield, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now Allen. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. For a field goal, too short to punt. That in between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Allen. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Bills first down.
Now Allen. Flushed out right. Fighting through. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Raiders offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
3rd down and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
None of this know about me. I'm big Raiders on this motherfucking team. Hey. Hey. I throw touchdown, get dub, sign it off. What we doing in that league? Hey. Good job. None of that belong. Then it's 99. Then it's home.
Could not imagine a worse start to that secondary. Let's face it, a better work for this offense. No chance they stop passing down the way that it's going. I think they continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Cook, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodgers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Got it. Ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll buy some time right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get him with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Sam Darnold, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Justin Fields, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up.
between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. Brought down by Ed Oliver. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's go now.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here's Richardson to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And, boy, he is close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Play action. Now Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the one. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and that he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to add on to that lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Setting up the screen for Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. He's on his way. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Anthony Richardson, 76 yards. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. That right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw, it's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Look out!
Allen going to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 127 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So that one will get them halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Let's go now. Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
At the 6-yard line. A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Motion man is Shakir. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. To the air, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On play action, Allen. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Alert, alert, alert. Go.
Throwing now is Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Completes to Shakir once again. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Las Vegas, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week.
It's Week 10 of the NFL. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' superstar running back. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Jags, and it's coming up
next. As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On second down, it's Etienne. He's got a gain of 6 there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Jaguars in the punt formation. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. Room to work at the 35. Still running. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
You're not. Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. Takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And they steal it back on the return. And Vegas takes it back for a touchdown. The Raiders pull out in front further, 13-zip. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lawrence working from the gun. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. They'll go with another punch, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Fields this clean at the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Raiders and their running back about to get back to work. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Play action with Richardson. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming and pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best is like curl and go, hook and go, out and up, guys. Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You got to be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a first down. Lawrence looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They send the tight end in motion. From the 18 on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Thomas. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. Our score, 14. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's 2nd and goal. Now toss it to Etienne. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Lawrence on 3rd and goal. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away.
He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now give. It's Etienne headed left. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now it's Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lawrence throwing here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Trying it right side with Etienne. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the well again. And they had that one contained right at the line. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those 2, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Fourier Oluwakin with the pick. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Raiders and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. He stays up. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely.
And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. And with no halftime report this week, it seems, we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he's already scored once this game. Something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas first down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He puts everything behind this one. They've got second down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's trying another one deep. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders lead by 15 now. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Washington now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Jaguars returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. That's taken in by Etienne. Jukes one defender. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Jacksonville in punt formation. Ryan Anger, the one to send it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, they'll run. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. He's got it inside.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with? Who the fuck you think you fucking with? This nigga's 99 speed, nigga.
This game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders grow the lead now to 22 points. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Washington now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 31. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. They're set up at the 35 now. Man in motion out of the slot. Here's ETN on 1st down. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Taken in by Kirk, right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Lawrence now off the play action. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Raiders get to it.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? They'll free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They give it to him again. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Headed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Washington now to return. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Jags football, but here in the 4th, and the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lawrence looking to throw. ETN on the catch. Spins out of 1 stop. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Another try following the sack. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Mahone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Now Richardson on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Just not much to do. He wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, it's still a win for this defense.
Play action with Richardson. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. The Raiders settling for 3 as they send the field goal unit out. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. It's caught but short of the first. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Raiders keep running away with this. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, I think we can all agree, partner, that call came at the perfect time to fool them. Or in this case, catch them totally off guard and take it in for a touchdown.
And that really is saying something because you know that sidelines is screaming, watch the fake, got to be ready for it no matter what the situation is. So to beat him for 6 on a fake, well, it shows 2 things, how well it was disguised, and more importantly, how well it was executed.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Jaguars hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lawrence throwing here. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Lawrence trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. They motion the tight end over. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. One final shot here. This throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from